It was meant to be a simple celebration, my wife's promotion, a small gathering of close friends, nothing flashy. I had spent the afternoon choosing the perfect gift, a watch she'd been admiring for months, and rehearsing a speech in my head. I pictured her smiling, the warmth in her eyes, the way she leaned on me when happiness was genuine. I never imagined that evening would end in such blatant, humiliating betrayal, that my world would shatter before me. The party began quietly. Laughter and casual chatter filled the room. Friends congratulated her. Wine glasses clinked. I felt proud, genuinely happy for her achievement. She was radiant that night in a deep blue dress that highlighted her elegance, her hair cascading over her shoulders in soft waves. I watched her mingle, a faint glow of contentment lighting her eyes. Then I noticed him, a colleague from her office, someone I'd met a few times but never paid much attention to, leaning in too close, his hand brushing hers in a way that made my chest tighten. I thought I imagined until I saw her smile, soft, flirtatious, a look she had only ever reserved for me. I froze. My pulse raced, but I forced myself to stay calm, to observe before reacting. But the moment came faster than I could brace for it. He leaned in, right there in the living room, amid laughter and conversation, and kissed her. Not a fleeting peck, but a deliberate, confident kiss. She didn't pull away. She didn't push him back. She kissed him back. The room seemed to shrink around me. The laughter became a dull roar in my ears. Friends froze, some confused, others shocked. Every eye was on us, witnessing the betrayal laid bare. My hands clenched into fists, my jaw tightened. Reality hit me with merciless force. I didn't shout. I didn't cry. I didn't plead. I stepped back, my voice low and deliberate, slicing through the stunned silence. "It's over." She froze instantly. The smile vanished, replaced with panic, guilt, and disbelief. The man stepped back too, suddenly aware of the weight of my presence, the finality in my words. "It's over," I repeated, letting it sink in. My marriage, my trust, my love, everything we built ended in that moment, and I made sure she knew it. Her eyes filled with tears. She began to shake, the bravado she carried into the party crumbling entirely. "Wait, It's not what it looks like," she stammered. But the evidence was undeniable. The kiss had been intentional, the pleasure mutual, betrayal complete. I didn't argue. I didn't reason with her. I simply watched as she unraveled in front of everyone, layers of deceit peeling away with every sob, every tremor. Friends murmured, some offering awkward sympathy, others frozen in stunned silence. The man stayed silent, shrinking under the gravity of the scene. She tried to reach for me, to plead, to explain herself, but I didn't move. Her words hit the floor, empty and meaningless. I was confused. I didn't mean, "I love you." It was a mistake. Her voice cracked, desperation replacing every trace of confidence she had worn like armor. "It doesn't matter," I said calmly, almost gently, though every word carried the weight of finality. "You chose him. You chose that kiss. You chose to betray everything we had. There's nothing left to explain." Her sobs intensified. She collapsed into a nearby chair, covering her face with trembling hands. For a moment, the room existed only with the sound of her heart break. It wasn't just a kiss. It was a humiliation, the public exposure, the realization that I was gone emotionally before I even left physically. The man quietly excused himself, aware he had been the catalyst for a moment that would haunt him as much as her. Guests returned to their conversations, but the tension lingered, heavy and undeniable. I took a deep breath and walked out of the living room. Not to escape, but to reclaim myself. I realized that betrayal isn't just an action, it's a choice. And when someone makes that choice, no apology or pleading can undo it. Later, she followed me to the bedroom, still crying, still shaking. "Please, I can fix this. I love you. I made a mistake. I don't want to lose you," she whispered through tears. I shook my head. "You already lost us. You already chose him. You already shattered the trust we had. Love isn't enough when honesty is gone." Her face fell. Tears continued to stream. But in those quiet moments, I saw that she finally understood the truth. Actions have consequences. Betrayal leaves permanent scars. I didn't leave immediately. I stayed long enough for her to grasp the finality, to feel the weight of what she had done. But nothing after that night could restore what was lost. The kiss, the shock, the breakdown, it was over, and I made sure she knew it. Her confidence was gone, replaced with shame, regret, and the stark reality that some moments are irreversible. In the days that followed, our home was quiet. She avoided me, filled with unspoken guilt. I focused on myself, rebuilding the trust in my life that she had destroyed. Guests, friends, acquaintances, all knew. The betrayal was public, the humiliation real, the consequence clear. Some bridges, once burned, can never be crossed again. And in that clarity, I found something I hadn't felt in years. Peace. Betrayal struck hard, but it freed me from illusion. She kissed another man in front of everyone. And in that instant, she revealed who she truly was. I said, "It's over." And she finally broke, not just in front of others, but in front of undeniable truth.